If you visit one cave in your whole life, pray it's Caverns of Sonora. There is no number of caves you can visit, however, that will take away 1 ounce of splendor from the greatest show cave in the world. Even if you don't find yourself in the Texas heartland, it's worth a pilgrimage to experience possibly the greatest concentration of crystalline cave features open to the public. Caverns of Sonora. How does a cave form? In limestone, you start with a crack, a fracture in the bedrock. Then rain and water from the surface seep down through the soil and porous rock while picking up a bit of carbon from the surroundings. The water turns to carbonic acid, and when introduced to the exposed walls of the crack, can dissolve the very stone, leaving you with a cave. Now, the real magic can happen. A cave can be either dead or alive. And just like you and me, it needs water to live and grow. When the calcium of the limestone dissolves into slightly acidic water, it then gets deposited elsewhere in the cave by either dripping, flowing, sitting, or even precipitating from the humidity in the air that moves through the cave. After all, living caves also breathe, just like you and me. The most familiar forms of Speleothems, or cave features, are stalactites, which hang on tight to the ceiling, and stalagmites, which might reach the ceiling one day. These are formed by water dripping and leaving tiny bits of calcium carbonate either on the ceiling if the drip is slow, or the floor if the drip is fast. When stalactites and stalagmites touch, we get a column. In caves, when water flows on the ground and walls, the most common type of cave feature is formed: flowstone, which was named after the English words for flow and stone. Minerals from the moving water get deposited on the surface. If water flows down a wall instead of dripping, it creates drapery, which looks like curtains. But sometimes, it can look identical to bacon. One of the more mysterious Speleothems is called a helictite. They are similar to stalactites, but grow horizontally from walls instead of dripping vertically. No one knows for sure how they are formed, but the most prevailing theory is that instead of dripping from the ceiling because of gravity, the water droplets that form them have been pushed out of the stone walls by capillary forces. Helictites are exceedingly rare. However, Caverns of Sonora has an abundance of them in all manner of shapes. The incredible rarity of helictites means a single helictite can be a cave's crowning feature. So the overwhelming number of helictites in Caverns of Sonora alone is a marvel unto itself. Yet an order of magnitude more spectacular are the helictites with inexplicable shapes, which carry us who witness them to the far side of believable, to the divine.